Hey, you're listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio. Are you having a beautiful day? Well, I hope you are. I am here hanging out with Olive, and we're definitely having a blast already. This is the month of love, just to remind you, and Valentine's Day is in 5 days' time. I hope you're ready. And I'm warning you because I don't want you to be caught by surprise and say, oh, why didn't someone tell me? You've been warned, okay? The month of love. Surely we need much more of it in this country where there is so much turmoil, romantic turmoil, economic turmoil, but most especially political turmoil. So there is the case of two members of parliament, Muhamad Ssegirinya and Allan Ssewanyana. They were detained on suspicion of having some connection to a spate of machete attacks that took place in Masaka district last year. And they've been in remand for a long time, only now having been there's some movement in their case, to which the Chief Justice came out and said he's not going to tolerate any games. He wants things to move speedily and that he will tolerate no dilly-dallying from the government. In response to the Chief Justice's remarks, the leader of opposition in Parliament, Mathias Mpuuga, has come out and said that, you know what? He thinks that, at least Mpuuga, he says that the detention of these two legislators vacated all tenets of a free and fair speedy trial, adding that there is no amount of speeding that the Chief Justice is talking about. So, in other words, if the foundation of the case is already spurious and shady and shaky, to say that it's going to be speedy, it kind of makes no sense. It defeats the point.
Yes.
Like, there shouldn't even be a case in the first place. As far as Mathias Mpuuga is concerned, that's what he seems to think.
Yeah, that's what he thinks. Actually, he went ahead to question why the Chief Justice only decided to wake up now, yet this case has been ongoing for over a year. These guys have been denied bail for over a year. So right now you're saying you want this to be carried out expeditiously, but where have you been? You've been silent. So what speedily are you talking about? And it's the same question I was asking you the other day. I was like, why now? Why is he speaking now? He's been quiet. They've been changing judges. Every time the case would be presented, they have a new judge.
I like to say always better late than never. So even though you're right that it all doesn't add up, but still the fact that at least in principle, if he's pronouncing himself on this, promising a speedy trial, I can at least give him some credit for that. But of course, like a lot of people, I do feel that this case is going to be sabotaged by the government because even the initial allegation just seemed questionable at best.
Yes.
So I can't really see it going anywhere. And if therefore this was a politically motivated prosecution, then I can imagine there'll be many games and many shenanigans.
I am foreseeing the case being dismissed as it has been the case for different cases where different people were involved, like Nubian Lee, like what's his name, Chagulanyi himself. So I don't see this being any different. Though Mpuuga also said that of the two members of parliament, that Ssewanyana is actually sick, that Muhamad Ssegirinya, when they went to visit them at the prison, first of all, prison warders refused them to see him, to see Ssewanyana. They say that Ssewanyana doesn't want to take any guests. But his friend Ssegirinya says that he has actually been very sick for the last 3 weeks. He cannot stand, nor sit or eat. So are they hiding something?
What are they hiding? So this case, it seems flawed on many fronts.
Yeah.
I think it'll be easy to find flaws just from technicalities and just procedure, and then also really the merits of the case. So I should say the lack thereof. But if indeed it turns out that there was no case here, I would want for them to be released as quickly as possible.
Yes.
And we get to the bottom of it, because the machete attacks in Masaka, we were talking about this yesterday. You were making fun of me when I said, but look, the attacks have stopped. Does that mean that maybe they were the ones responsible?
But you see, and I'm not saying government planted evidence or government framed these two members of parliament, but if I want to frame you, I will make sure that you are arrested and you're in the coolers, and then I'll stop. So it will look like you were guilty.
Really?
I've seen so many cases of people being jailed for things they didn't do, serving sentences of crimes they didn't commit. Like a guy recently was released from jail after spending there 20 years for a crime he didn't commit. And guess what? He was only, the court ordered the people that put him behind bars to pay him 6 million. Like 6 million for
only
20
for 20 years. That doesn't seem fair at all.
It's not fair. So don't blame me if I have some doubt when it comes to these members of parliament.
Well, let us keep our eyes on this case and see where it goes from here.